In part 1, we showed you the trap. Turkey surrounded. NATO armed its enemies. Arabs weaponize Ottoman history. Russia competes everywhere. China demands silence on genocide. Israel plays all sides. No real allies. Economic pressure from every direction. For 500 years. So what does Turkey do? Let me show you. By showing you something Turkey is building right now. Something that's been dreamed of for 500 years. Something that breaks the economic chains imposed in 1936. Something that proves Turkey is no longer asking permission. Canal Istanbul. Süleyman the Magnificent becomes Sultan. The Ottoman Empire at its peak, controlling 3 continents. But Süleyman sees a problem. The Bosphorus Strait. Yes, it's strategic. Connects Black Sea to Mediterranean. But it's narrow, dangerous, hard to defend. And geography limits what you can do with it. Süleyman has a vision. What if we didn't depend on the Bosphorus? What if we built our own waterway? A canal, connecting Black Sea to Marmara Sea, bypassing the Bosphorus entirely. Military advantages. Move the Ottoman fleet faster between seas. Don't depend on a narrow strait enemies could block. Economic advantages. Control a waterway we can toll. Not bound by international agreements. Our canal, our rules. Strategic advantages. Geography no longer limits us. We control our own destiny. Süleyman orders a study. Engineers survey the route, calculate the costs. The answer? Possible, but barely. 1500s technology, not good enough. 1500s Ottoman economy, rich, but this would bankrupt even us. Priority, fighting wars on multiple fronts. The dream is shelved, but not forgotten. Grand Vizier Koca Sinan Pasha revives the idea. Süleyman is long dead, but the vision lives. New survey, new calculations. Result, still too expensive. Technology still not there. Shelved again. Mehmed IV's reign. Another proposal. Another survey. Another rejection. Ottoman Empire now in slow decline. Treasury strained. Can't afford it. 1860s to 1870s. Tanzimat reforms. Ottoman Empire trying to modernize. And watching something incredible happen. The Suez Canal. 1869. Suez opens. Connects Mediterranean to Red Sea. Changes global trade forever. Egypt, technically Ottoman, but British-controlled, gets nothing. Britain and France profit. Ottoman reformers think, if they can build Suez, why can't we build our own canal? Studies commissioned. Routes surveyed. But by now, Ottoman Empire is bankrupt. European creditors control Ottoman finances. The 1875 debt crisis hits. Ottoman Public Debt Administration created. Run by Europeans. They control Ottoman customs, taxes, monopolies. No way they'll approve a canal that gives Ottomans economic independence. Proposal dies, not from lack of will, from lack of sovereignty. Ataturk wins the War of Independence. Turkey survives. Treaty of Lausanne signed. Better than Sèvres, but still constrained. Montreux Convention. Turkey gets control of the Bosphorus and Dardanelles. Good, right? But there's a catch. Turkey cannot charge tolls for passage. Commercial ships, free passage guaranteed. 30,000 ships per year pass through. Turkey gets $0. Compared to Suez Canal, Egypt makes $8 billion per year. Panama Canal. Panama makes $3 billion per year. Bosphorus. Turkey makes nothing. Worse, Turkey has to provide safety services, pilotage, traffic management, infrastructure maintenance. Turkey pays to let other nations use Turkish geography for free. Ataturk knows this is insane, but 1936. Turkey is weak and on its knees, just recovered from war, needs international recognition, needs Western acceptance, can't challenge the treaty. The canal idea? Ataturk probably thought about it, but Turkey couldn't build it. No money, no technology, no leverage. Survival first, independence later. 1938 to 2003. Every Turkish leader after Ataturk faces the same constraints. İnönü, Menderes, Özal, Demirel, Ecevit. Some try minor independence moves, get crushed economically or couped. None have the capability to build the canal. Why? 1950s, 1980s. Turkey locked into Western military-industrial complex. Buy weapons from USA, take IMF loans, open markets, no indigenous capability. 1980 coup. Neoliberal reforms imposed. Turkish state industries privatized. Economic dependence increases. 1990s to 2000s. Economic crises. 1994 crisis. 1999 crisis. 2001 total collapse. Turkey on its knees economically. Defense industry projects canceled. No money. The canal? Impossible. Turkey can't even maintain basic infrastructure. Can't challenge Montreux. Can't build economic independence. Stuck for 65 years. Erdoğan comes to power, inherits a Turkey that's economically weak, militarily dependent, regionally contained. But something is different now. Erdoğan has a vision. Not just survive, thrive. Not just exist, build. Complete what Ataturk started. Achieve what Süleyman dreamed. First, fix the economy. 2003 to 2013, economic growth. Reduce IMF dependence. Pay off IMF loans by 2013. First time in decades Turkey isn't under IMF control. Second, build indigenous capability. Defense industry, TB2 drones, Akıncı, Khan fighter, naval vessels, from 100% imports to 70% plus indigenous. Infrastructure, airports, bridges, high-speed rail. Prove Turkey can build. Third, assert regional power. Syria, Libya, Azerbaijan. Show Turkey isn't passive anymore. By 2010s, Turkey finally has economic capacity, engineering capability, the political will, and a strategic window. The conditions align. For the first time in 500 years, the canal is possible. Erdoğan announces it publicly. We will build Canal Istanbul. Western media, Erdoğan's crazy mega project. Authoritarian vanity. Turkish opposition, too expensive. Environmental disaster. Erdoğan, this is Turkey's future. The canal will be 45 to 50 kilometers long, width 275 to 300 meters, and the depth 25 meters. Capacity, large container ships, tankers. Official estimated cost, $15 to $20 billion, probably $30+ billion realistically. Construction time, 6 to 8 years. The purpose, official, reduce Bosphorus traffic for safety and prevent environmental disasters, create new economic zone around canal, generate revenue. The purpose, strategic, break Montreux constraints. Here's the genius. Montreux Convention applies to natural straits only, Bosphorus and Dardanelles, not to artificial canals. So with Canal Istanbul, Turkey can charge tolls because this is not covered by Montreux. Turkey sets the rules, not an international treaty. Turkey can close it when needed, it's a sovereign waterway. Turkey can prioritize Turkish-flagged ships. This is economic sovereignty, for the first time since 1936. Current situation, Bosphorus under Montreux. 30,000 ships per year Turkey charges, nothing. But Turkey has to provide the safety infrastructure and maintenance. Turkey's cost, hundreds of millions per year. Turkey's revenue, zero. But with Canal Istanbul, ships have a choice. Option A, use the Bosphorus. It's free, but narrow, slow, risky. Or option B, use Canal Istanbul. Pay the toll, pass faster, and safer, like an effendi. Large ships will choose canal. Estimated canal revenue, $5 to $8 billion per year. Compare it to Turkish defense budget, $25 billion per year. Canal revenue, 20 to 30% of defense budget paid for by other nations using Turkish geography. This is massive. But it's not just about money. Who opposes Canal Istanbul? Domestically, the CHP, opposition. Environmental disaster, too expensive. The real reason is they don't want Erdoğan to get credit for 500-year dream. Environmentalists, concerns about Marmara ecosystem and earthquake risk. These are valid concerns, but solvable with proper engineering. Internationally, Russia is publicly supportive, but is actually worried because Montreux gives Russia free passage. Canal could be closed to Russian warships. Russia loses leverage. USA and NATO are publicly neutral, but actually opposed. Turkey getting $8 billion a year makes it less financially dependent. Less dependent is less controllable. EU, publicly concerned. Environmental issues. Real concern. Turkey gaining economic independence. Don't want Turkey with Suez-like revenue. Everyone who benefits from Turkish economic dependence opposes this. They can't say that, so they say environmental concerns and earthquake risk. Too expensive. Erdoğan's megalomania. Real reason, Canal Istanbul breaks 100 years of economic constraints. Turkey no longer asking permission. This isn't just a canal. This is a statement. Süleyman the Magnificent couldn't build it. Technology didn't exist. Abdülhamid II couldn't build it. Ottoman Empire bankrupt, foreign controlled. Ataturk couldn't build it. Turkey too weak, with Montreux just signed. Every Turkish leader dreamed of it. Erdoğan is building it. This says, we're not bound by treaties imposed when we were weak. We're not asking permission from powers that kept us dependent. We're completing what our ancestors envisioned. We're building our own future. 500-year dream. Finally possible. And that terrifies everyone who profited from Turkish weakness. If Canal Istanbul opens in 2030s as projected, Turkey has independent revenue, $5 to $8 billion annually. Then Turkey would be less dependent on IMF World Bank. Turkey can fund defense industry independently. Turkey has economic leverage. Montreux becomes less relevant. Ships choose canal. Bosphorus becomes secondary. Turkey approves 500-year vision achievable. Other nations ask, what else were we told was impossible? This isn't just about Turkey. It's about the example. If Turkey completes this, other nations will think. We were told we couldn't do X because of Treaty Y signed when we were weak. But Turkey just broke free from Montreux constraints. Why can't we? Pakistan. Why can't we build our own defense industry? Indonesia. Why can't we control our own resources? Egypt. Why can't we renegotiate Suez terms? The domino effect. That's the real threat, not the canal itself, the precedent. From Süleyman to Erdoğan, 500 years. The dream never died, it just waited. For the right moment, for the right capability, for the right will. That moment is now. Canal Istanbul isn't just infrastructure, it's independence, economic, strategic, symbolic. It's Turkey saying, we're not your client state anymore. We're not accepting dependence anymore. We're building what we want, and we're doing it ourselves. But a canal alone isn't enough. This is one breakthrough, one piece of independence, economic freedom through infrastructure. But how did it get this bad? How did Turkey end up trapped economically for 500 years? Part 3 reveals the full siege. From Spanish gold flooding markets in the 1500s, to the systematic destruction of Ottoman steel production, to the sabotage of the Berlin to Baghdad railway, to the IMF traps of the modern era. 500 years of economic warfare, and how Turkey is finally breaking free. Part 3. The 500-year economic siege.